Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in this morning. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe in the button below. And if you would like to be notified of previous videos or future upcoming videos, please press the bell button below to be notified. My name is Sharon Hartley, and I have been following a ketogenic lifestyle for 14 months now. I am 72 pounds down in 14 months, and this has been the best decision and lifestyle that I have ever done. I've tried so many different programs, so many different weight loss strategies, and none have worked for me. This is going to be a video about what motivates you on keto. So what motivates me is my family, is my husband, is my friends, my community, my social network that I have. If you haven't already joined my Facebook group, My Keto Journey, please feel free to join. You can, if you are watching from YouTube, you can click the link, the tab below, the tab up the top of the screen to join. We would love to have you. We have over 830 members, I believe, now, and we're there to encourage and motivate and support each other, and we're there to hold each other accountable as well in our journey and in our weight loss and in our health. So a lot of us have things that motivate us. So is it your health that motivates you to get on board and do keto and to do this lifestyle, not just short term, because this is not a quick fix, but for long term, for the rest of your life, basically? What motivates you? Is it getting off insulin? Is it getting off medication? Is it to feel good? Is it to look good? Is it to lose pounds? I know for me, losing the weight has been great. That really motivates me. It motivates me to see the numbers go down on the scales. It motivates me to see my measurements go down when I measure myself. It motivates me to see myself in the mirror a lot thinner than I was when I first started. And also what motivates me is looking at before, during, and after pictures. That really opens my eyes up to how far I've come. It does take a while to get motivated, so you need to find out what motivates you and stick with it. So it's just like finding your sweet spot with what works for you with keto. You have to find what motivates you to do keto. So find that inspiration that's needed to do it, because a low carb and ketogenic lifestyle should be something that you're going to enjoy doing. It's got to be something that you enjoy doing, that's fun, that you're passionate about, that you're dedicated, and that you can keep that promise to yourself, because this is a promise to yourself. This is a commitment to yourself. And when you fall back or slip up, then you're breaking that promise and commitment to yourself and to your body as well, to your health. So many things. So when you feel motivated to do more, to get out and do more, to exercise more, to challenge yourself more. And with challenging yourself more, it could be challenging yourself in ways that you never thought you could before. It's putting yourself out there to things that you might never have done. It's opening a whole new door to the life that you've been wanting to live, but you've just been struggling to live because of your weight. So many things have motivated me in the past. I had recently, last year, made a visit to see my mum in Australia, and I stayed there for 3 months. We went on a trip to Queensland. for a week, and we visited all the theme parks. We visited SeaWorld, Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, which is beautiful, with all the Australian wildlife animals, the crocs and the koalas and the kangaroos and the wallabies and all the reptiles, which is not really my favorite thing because I don't like reptiles or anything slimy or anything crawly. Ugh. But, you know, it was amazing. It was amazing to be there and to be able to do all that. And where else did we go? We went to Movie World. That's right. We went to Movie World, and there was a lot of roller coasters there. And if I had gone when I was 305 pounds, there would be no way that I would be able to fit in the seat. I would not have been able to have the bar go down over my shoulders. I would not have been able to fit in the straps. And there are so many warnings on those roller coasters as well. If you have a heart condition, if you have back problems, if you have any type of seizures, epilepsy, or anything like that, high blood pressure, and all of that I have just mentioned comes with being obese, morbidly obese, and even overweight. So if I hadn't have changed my lifestyle, if I hadn't have changed to doing low carb and keto, then I wouldn't have been able to enjoy that trip away. I wouldn't have been able to even fit in my airplane seat. I would have had to have a belt extender. I've never had to have a belt extension before, but I would have had to have had one at 305 pounds because the last time I made a trip, I was big, but not as big as 305. I'm not exactly what I was at not my last, but my second last trip. But I know I had a lot of room to pull my belt across, and it felt great. I was like, wow, I've really got, like, my waist is so small compared to what it used to be. I could actually pull it all the way across. And that made me proud of myself. It takes time to be proud of yourself. It does. Because you're undoing all of that. Hi, whoever's watching. I hope that you're enjoying this video. So, what was I saying? I get kind of a little distracted when there's people watching. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to be proud of yourself because you have really been like kind of, what's the word? I can't think. We've been putting things in our body that we shouldn't. We've been abusing our body. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry for my pause. But we've been abusing our body for so long with carbs and with sugars, and we've just been neglecting our health. So that might be your motivation, is not to neglect your health anymore. It might be that now it's time to put you first, because we put our families first, we put our husbands first, we put our wives first, we put our children first, but we don't put us first. We always come last. So now it's time to put ourselves first, to work on our weight, to work on our state of mind, to work on our mindset, to work on what motivates us, what gets us up in the morning. Is it our kids that get us up in the morning? That we've got to get them off to school. We've got to get them off to preschool. We've got to get their lunches made. There's got to be something that gets you up and gets you going. So find what gets you going. Find what gets you motivated. If it's yoga, if it's Pilates, if it's meditation, if it's something that's relaxing, do it. Do it for your health. Do it for your weight loss. Because a low carb or ketogenic lifestyle is not just for weight loss. It's also about getting your mind right. It's also about the way you think about food. It's also the way that you feed yourself. About living a low carb or ketogenic lifestyle. It's not just all about the weight loss. You're educating yourself about food. Because so many of us were probably emotional eaters. Probably someone who has been hurt by pain or by things that have happened to us. We've been hurt by people, and we tend to reach for food that's comfort. So we need to find comfort in other things, comfort in each other, comfort in our partners, our life partners, our husbands, our wives, our boyfriends, our girlfriends. Talk to them, communicate with them, let them know how you're feeling. And it might be hard. It might be hard to talk about things that are upsetting you, things that are emotionally upsetting you. You might need therapy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've been in therapy. I suffered from depression for a long time, and I've been in therapy, and it actually helped. I was kind of like, no, I'm not going to do therapy. But it actually helped to have someone outside of the whole situation that I was going through, and for them to be able to see what was going on and to help me through that. And it did. It did. So just find out what motivates you to do keto. Because like I said, this has to be something that you're going to enjoy, doing. You don't want to see it as a chore. You don't want to see it as it's something you've got to do. You've got to do it because your doctor told you. You know, like how many of us have gone to the doctors and our doctors said, well, you got to do this. And we're like, I don't think so. But if you don't do the thing that they tell you to do, then later down the track, you're going to get worse with your health. And then 6 months later, when your follow-up visit comes, and you're sitting in the doctor's office and they say, well, have you lost weight? You say, no, I haven't. And then they're going to say, well, we're going to just have to put you on medication for high blood pressure or cholesterol. Or you might have to have some blood tests come back. You've got diabetes. Type 2 diabetes can be controlled but through diet. And this diet works, guys. It works. It can reverse type 2 diabetes. If you stay on it, if you stay on a ketogenic lifestyle, which is limiting your carbs, lowering your carbs, upping your fat if you can do fat, and keeping your protein medium, moderate, this can be done. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with my husband. He was doing so well for so long, and I'm proud of him, and I still am proud of him. But when I was away, he couldn't maintain that low-carb lifestyle because he's got rods and screws in his back, and he has other medical conditions as well. And he was unable to cook meals. There was no one here to cook meals. So the carb snuck itself back in, and his numbers went high. And his A1C went from 12 to a 6.8, but then they jumped back up to 8.6. And now that I'm back, we're working on getting him off insulin. He's checking his numbers regularly, and now he's under 200. He was like between 250 and 300. And before keto, he was up to 400 and skyrocketing to maybe a stroke. He's had heart stents. He has high blood pressure, cholesterol, all that. Thyroid, all that. And his big motivator is his health, is to get his health right. And he's been working on it and working on it and working on it. But what helps is doing this together as a family. So if your motivation is to get your family on board with a ketogenic lifestyle, start feeding them low-carb foods, and they'll get used to it. They'll get used to it, and it's not, and they won't even know. You don't even have to tell them, because a lot of people that, like, you say, okay, this is not potato, but it's radishes, and they're like, oh, no, I'm not eating that. They'll eat it if you don't tell them, because they kind of taste the same. And, you know, and if you're the one that cooks in your house, household, I'm kind of like, you're going to eat what I cook, or you're going to go without, because that's the way it used to be when I was a young'un. That's the way it used to be when I was a young'un. So many of us open opportunities to say, well, okay, if you don't want this, mummy or daddy will go make this. No. You can't force them. But if you're the one making the food, then they're going to just have to eat what you make. That's just my advice. That is just like a lot easier, I'm telling you. So if it motivates you to get your family on board, then do it. Do it for you. You're not being selfish. You're not. You're helping them as much as you're helping yourself. Because if they're putting sugar and carbs in their bodies and you're not, that's just hurting them. That's just hurting their health. And don't you want to be a family that is healthy together? You don't want to see your kids face obesity like you did, because you know what struggles and what challenges that you had to face. You knew exactly what your weight was doing to you, physically, emotionally, mentally. You knew. Do you really want your kids to go through the same as what you did? No. You want to teach them. You want to teach them how to take care of their bodies in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Not in a, I'm fat, look at me, I don't look good. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. We have to have our kids look at themselves in a positive way. And we have to tell them why they're doing this, to feel healthy. And if they keep eating sugars and carbs, we can educate them in what may happen in the future. So if it motivates you to educate your kids, or educate your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend, then do it. Because I certainly would not want anyone that I love to be morbidly obese, to struggle to get out of bed, to not be able to function, to not be able to walk, not be able to breathe when you're walking up the driveway. That used to be me. And when I'd be eating my meals, I would be breathing really heavy And everyone would say, boy, Sharon, you're breathing real heavy. And I never noticed it. Never noticed it. But then I noticed when I started doing videos, I noticed that, yeah, okay, I do have a deviated septum. So that could be part of why I do breathe a little harder. But just find out what motivates you. Find out what you enjoy and do it. Okay, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. And if you'd like to receive further notifications of future videos, then press the notification button below. I hope that you have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you all around. Keto on. Bye-bye.